What's happening, guys? It's Logan Robinson from BucsGameday.com. I'm here with Trevor Wells, our lead editor at BG, and we just concluded day 5, and it was extremely hot.
Yeah, it's bad, guys.
It's very
bad. And yesterday was bad, and today was also bad.
Not a lot of breeze. When you don't have a breeze out here.
No, dew point was 78.
And you have a record temperature yesterday in Tampa of 100 degrees.
Quite frankly, it's tyrannical.
Yeah. It's a lot, but hey, we're still out here in football, and we had pads, so that kind of saved everything.
Had pads. At least we're not in pads.
That made things feel a lot better.
That would be.
Thank the Lord.
That would have been hot, but no, we got to see them pop them. A
little bit of
actually hit, and I believe they're in pads tomorrow, aren't they?
Yes,
as well?
Absolutely.
So,
tomorrow night. Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow night we got a night practice. Thank goodness. By the way,
thank the Lord's above us.
Absolutely.
But let's start off here with the title of the instant reaction, the news of David Walker. We learned about that injury. We were here watching that. Didn't seem so severe, but sometimes that's ACLs, and that does that. And he did have an ACL tear and injury, and he is going to miss this upcoming season. Your thoughts on Walker being out?
Yeah, he will. And on one hand, he wasn't exactly a starter in the rotation or even in the second line, so that's not too big of a hit for the Bucs themselves. On the other hand, you want guys like David Walker to be able to develop their game. He probably would have gotten a few snaps in game time as a rotational guy during the season, and I think those valuable snaps and that development as a rookie does hurt that he's not getting that. So very unfortunate for him. Sometimes you have these, usually about once a year in training camp, you have an injury sort of like this.
Bad luck,
year,
man.
Sua Opeta was competing for the left guard job with Ben Bredesen, and he ended up tearing his ACL. And we actually heard from Todd Bowles. Sua Opeta is still on the team as depth, but he did suffer a setback in his ACL recovery, and we don't know when he's going to be back in the field. So it can be really unfortunate, but best of luck to David Walker in his recovery, and hopefully he can get back to it soon and come back even stronger.
Yeah, I was talking with some of the Bucs PR team, and they absolutely adore this guy. Very personable and someone that they really have enjoyed since his arrival in Tampa Bay. But it seems to be, it's sadly, it's an awful trend. I mean, you go back to whenever it was our first year with with Sports Illustrated covering the Bucs, and Ryan Jensen goes down, and just a non-contact practically. I mean, a little bit, but still goes down, and he that was practically a career-ending injury there.
It was, actually,
yeah. And then you see Elijah Canty, he's someone that's always dealt with the calf issues, and a lot of that is just due to maybe the hydration. We actually talked with Elijah Canty about that, and he said that he has fixed a lot of things he feels like off the field, hydration, what he's eating, dieting, the way that he's conditioning, and he
mentioned becoming a pro is the way that he phrased it, and he certainly looks very good, and he'll hope to get started. The last 2 seasons he's missed 4 games, 5 games to start the year, and they're going to try to avoid that this time around with him being healthy, and he could contribute to the sacks right away.
Yeah, so here we go. Pads came on. I went straight over here. I saw OL versus DL. Usually it's over there. At least it was last year. But over here, perfect spot to stand and watch these guys go at it. The first rep was Hassan Reddick versus Luke Gedeke. Hassan Reddick got that rep. And the thing about him, and we heard that from Kalijah, and we've heard it from some of the offensive linemen, is that athleticism, that speed, that get-off speed.
It's hard to quantify it, guys, if you're not standing there in front of him, but his burst speed is quite frankly incredible.
Yes.
His get-off is just absolutely lethal, and you can see that up close. And he might not be lighting up, we count sacks, kind of, quote-unquote, he would have gotten there. So he might not be racking up a lot of those training camp sacks, but, man, does he just open up the rest of the defense for guys like Yaya Diaby, for guys like Kalijah Canty. His dominance and how tough it is to go against him only helped everybody else. And we actually just talked to Kalijah Canty, and he mentioned that one of the things that surprised him when Reddick got here was that his ability to adapt and just let everyone else do what they do, saying, if you need me to do this to help you, I'm willing to do that. He said he's not a my way or the highway kind of guy. He's willing to just be with the team and help them succeed. So that's huge for the Bucs. And if Reddick can play like that, he's going to be a high sack guy, guys, next year, right? Mm-hmm. But if he can open up the field for guys like Diaby, for guys like Kalijah Canty, Yaya said it's crazy how fast the pocket collapses now with a guy like him in there. That's going to be huge for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And it helps, too, with your defensive backroom, which you've been talking very highly on. All of us have.
Hey, man, you watch it. It's happening. They're getting picks. They're swarming. Today was a rough day for the offense.
Yeah.
And it might be heat, guys. We've said it. We can't say it enough. It's really hot out here. It's bad. And it could be a humidity thing. there's a lot of sweat. Everything's really slick, and it's tough. So offense was missing out.
They were.
They had some balls that weren't
Baker,
finding targets, hitting
Baker
the ground.
Baker did not have a solid day just from the front. I mean, he did have a really nice corner ball in the red zone there, or found Emeka Egbuka,
who's been just
zone.
Smooth, calm, fantastic.
Yeah, who we actually spoke to as well.
Just talked to him today as well, one of the 3 players we talked to, and he's just saying, it's faster here in the NFL, but it's the same game.
Yeah.
Right? And boy, does it look like that's his mentality. He just looks like he's been a vet for years. And
he talks like it, too.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
He said Chris Godwin's been a godsend to him since arriving in
Pardon
Tampa.
the pun.
And we see him out here as well. Chris Godwin actually got to just keep a closer eye on him today. He's very involved. He's got the play sheet in his hand. He's walking around. There's nothing on him, no brace. There's nothing about that. Still rehabbing, of course, and that's going to be as we go into closer to when we get into preseason games, and of course to week 1, we'll continue to monitor that of Chris Godwin's availability. But it's iron sharpens iron with these DBs going against this wide receiver room, because you've got guys like Trey Palmer that have been making some really impressive plays, and that's the thing. There's so much talent all across the board. You got
for sure
Tez breaking ankles. Of course, you got Jalen McMillan, who's been consistent with Baker.
If you're watching this, make sure I'm going to put out my 3 takeaways right after this video.
Yeah.
I mentioned Trey Palmer.
Oh.
He's the odd one out right now in the wide receiver room, but he's making a case to stick around, isn't he? He's been pretty good so far these last 2 days of camp. Had a really nice grab at midfield on Antoine Winfield Jr. today that impressed me.
Yes.
He's fighting for that roster spot.
He is. Real quick, too, I want to note on here, I had in the notes, Cade Otton. He's out for a 2nd consecutive day, and you asked Todd Bowles about that.
I did. It's a hamstring, but it's just a tweak, he said, which you have to really be careful with hamstrings. It's a soft tissue thing, and they take a long time to recover. You could recover from a hamstring tweak or tear, and you can feel like you're fine, and then once you go full speed, it can re-injure itself. So you have to be really cautious with hamstrings, especially in this heat at this time of the year. So they're taking it easy with Cade Otton. He should probably be fine. They want to make sure they're very cautious with him. And I got to tell you, Payne Durham's getting some reps as well.
Yes.
Because Cade Otton's out. So
a lot of Payne Durham and a lot of Devin Culp, who's someone who has some really good hands that Baker loves throwing to, and someone that's been consistent throughout. I want to go back to one-on-ones over here with pads on, since we've been hyping up pads. I've noted down Graham Barton was going against Vita Vea twice. He got one of them on the 2nd rep, but Vita Vea in his 1st rep in pads absolutely ate his lunch. And then Yaya Diaby 2 for 2 on Heck there. So either you take that good, bad, whatever you want to take from it. I mean, it's Yaya Diaby. He is going to dominate you. It's something that Heck's going to have to.
We're here to give you what happens in training camp, and a lot of stuff happens in training camp. But
we're transparent.
Right, we're transparent.
We're going to let you know the good. We're going to let you know the bad.
Exactly, and just take it, however you want to take it, guys. I think this offense will be fine. This defense will be fine. This is a time for teams to figure out what to do, to learn new things, to try new things. And sometimes when we're out here watching and it looks like it's not going well, it could just be some philosophical stuff, trying new adventurous things. So take it as you will. There's definitely some stuff to glean from this information. But sometimes you get to preseason, then you get to week 1. It's a whole different ballgame.
Yes, no. Antoine Winfield almost had an interception. It came right into his hands there, and red zone drills about on the 5-yard line. Almost came away with an interception there. Vita Vea recorded a sack in red zone. He was just Vita Vea style, where he just grabs your jersey.
If you guys know the Superman meme where Darkseid grabs Superman's cape as he's walking away, that's kind of what it looked like. He grabbed his pad and
not happening, Baker. Braswell recorded a sack as well.
And he's going to need to step up with David Walker out of the fold.
I was going to say, this is now becoming it's becoming even more of an important camp for Braz. And then going over, I thought Christian Izzian had a really good day.
He
also
did
to
some
JJ
good
Roberts.
pass breakups. He got an interception as well. Christian Izzian was flying around. For all those Rutgers fans out there, I see him all the time in my tweet mentions.
Hell yeah.
That's a Rutgers product, and he's going out here.
Yes, JJ Roberts.
JJ Roberts had a really good pop on Ryan Miller. We saw that. Todd Bowles has been using the nickel corners in this camp to blitz a lot. So we've actually seen a lot of would-be sacks from guys like JJ Roberts and Jacob Parrish. So look for that during the regular season.
100%. JJ also had an interception in one-on-ones. Tyke Smith recorded an interception in one-on-ones. And Morrison also grabbed an interception there. And then with the pads on, you got guys that like to be a little chatty too. I was over watching Sterling Shepard, who is a talkative guy. You see it in games too. Smaller guys like to chirp and talk. I love it.
They do.
And that's what Sterling Shepard likes to do. But then, too, we had Christian Izzian and him going at it. I thought that was pretty fun to watch. We are officially in pads. Things get a little bit more hostile, I would say.
Yeah.
And it only is going to get more because it's hot. And when you're facing each other for like when we get into week 3 of this, it's not fun. It's not fun, definitely when you're with those pads.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to do it for our instant reaction of Day 5 from the Buccaneers training camp facility. As always, if you're on YouTube right here, hit that like button down below.
Smash that like button.
Trying to get 100 likes every video.
Bell.
We appreciate everybody always commenting. If you ever have any topics or questions you would like us to talk about in the next one, just drop it down in the comments.
Let us know. We'll do it.
But yes, we will see you tomorrow night. Actually,
tomorrow night. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside forever.
Yes, it's hot.